Welcome to the online module training for Universal School Climate Best Practices. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to apply Tier 1 trauma-informed strategies and best practices through a multi-tiered systems of support framework. Before you start this training module, it is important that you have prior knowledge of trauma-aware basics and strategies. This knowledge may be obtained through our online trauma-aware learning module, an in-person Oklahoma State Department of Education trauma-aware training, or another outside agency training. Upon completion of this learning module, you will be able to view all practices, policies, and procedures through a trauma-informed lens. Looking through a trauma-informed lens means being sensitive to the impact of trauma on others and yourself. Understanding and utilizing tools to support students and yourself in regulating during times of stress, as well as identifying and supporting the system change needed to reduce re-traumatization. You will learn to recognize dysregulation. Dysregulation and problems with self-regulation manifest in different ways. This portion of the training will allow you to identify different types of dysregulation and recognize what may be triggering or causing a behavior to emerge. Next, you will understand how to implement strategies that teach de-escalation and self-regulation. This information will show you to not avoid situations that are difficult for students and educators to handle, but how to coach students and educators through these situations and put behavior supports in place that allow for de-escalation and self-regulation. You will gain an understanding that the meaning of discipline is to teach, not to punish. Discipline should happen through the context of a relationship. This section of training will inform you of how to implement consequences that keep students in school and foster the building of trust and safety. Your next step will be to identify, evaluate, and make decisions based on fidelity and outcome data. Fidelity is the degree to which a program is being implemented. It allows for tracking the degree of implementation and identify areas of need or next steps. Data is collected and analyzed to identify issues or gaps and to select strategies to address these challenges. These effective strategies work together to allow for continuous improvement of your project implementation. Finally, you will implement an acknowledgement system that positively reinforces expected behavior. Acknowledgement systems are a cue to praise students for expected behavior. Schools should implement a system that meets the needs of the students and staff. Reinforcing students' expected behaviors increases the likelihood that it will happen again. We know behavior can be taught. Acknowledging what students are doing well helps build relationships as adults and students positively interact. If the system is connected to your expectations, you are reinforcing your Tier 1 school-wide expectations.